How's everyone doing? Peyton Snakeback here again for another movie review for you guys tonight. And tonight I got to go see the Lilo and Stitch remake or reboot, live action remake. Um, I know it came out last week. I didn't get a chance to see it last week. So I'm just now seeing it this week, a week after its initial release. But that's okay. At least I'm late for only 1 week. But anyway, but before I get into this review, I just want to keep everyone, just to let everyone know there are going to be some spoilers about the movie in this video. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, go get your ticket, go see the movie in theaters. Click off this video. Um, because there's a couple things I want to talk about when it comes to this one. I was really looking forward to seeing. I think I heard about it. I think about 2 years ago. Um, because I know the last Disney movie. I know it's not the last one that came out, last like Disney live action remake that came out. I think the recent one was like I think it was Snow White. No, the other one I saw a couple years ago was the Little Mermaid remake. Of course, I just actually watched the original one for the first time. I think it was a year before that came out. So, but Lilo and Stitch, I've watched that movie so many times over the years. Um, so that's why I was really kind of like excited, and probably my most anticipated movie of the year. And I just thought when I heard about it, it just sounded pretty interesting, and I was very curious to know what they were going to do and how they were going to do it. So we're just going to go say, is it shot for shot, script for script? Technically, there is some different stuff that they do. Um, but I am going to talk about what the differences are in a little bit. But if you haven't seen Lilo and Stitch, or at least the cartoon movie that came out, it's mainly Stitch is actually this alien that was created in outer space, and he basically he was an experiment that went wrong, and he steals one of the spaceships and lands on Earth into Hawaii, and he goes there, he accidentally gets run over by a truck, and of course he ends up surviving, and people don't have any idea what kind of animal he is, and they think he's like a dog, so they take him to the dog pound, and then Lilo, the little girl in the movie, ends up buying him, and it's basically the other two aliens are like after him, like trying to capture him because they think he's like a danger to the world. And that's basically the same story plot with this new one. So technically, if you've seen the cartoon one, you've seen this one. It's technically the same thing, the same story. There was a bunch of kind of like different stuff added to it. Like I actually wrote down some of the stuff I noticed. Like first of all, and we're gonna get into some spoilers now. So again, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, turn this video off. Go see in theaters. Go get your ticket. Or go rent it out as you're watching this video. But the ending, first of all, was very different. It was kind of sad too, a little bit sad. Like so in this one, because like the other main part of the movie is it's the sister Lilo, lives with her sister, her older sister, because I think the mom and dad died. I believe they don't really explain what happened to the parents exactly. But the other subplot of the movie is it's mainly the sister's having a hard time trying to get a job, and the social worker is like threatening to take Lilo to a foster home, which that's the same plot in this one. But in this version, she loses custody of Lilo, and it's her next door neighbor who gets custody of Lilo. So that's what was different. Of course, in the original one, she ended up getting custody of Lilo after all. Because when it came to that TV series that came out back in the day, the Lilo and Stitch the series, I really enjoyed that. I really wish that they would put like at least like a volume or something out on DVD in the United States. We don't have any of that. From what I looked up, the only way to get like seasons of it on DVD is if you order them on eBay. But I think they only released them in Japan. Um, so God knows how much those are worth now. But I think you could still watch them probably on. I would think like on Disney Plus or something. And the second thing is, I know this was one of the spoilers I kind of knew right before I went and saw it because I saw quite a bit of advertisements of it on Google and Instagram. I know the one character, Gantu, who was kind of like a whale kind of like figure. I know he is not in the movie, and that rumor is correct. He is not in the movie. Basically, the one alien, Jumba, he was that alien with the four eyes, the little ones right here, and then big ones right there. The big blue alien. He's kind of like the main like villain in this one. He's like the bad guy. Like, of course, um, what's that other guy's name? Professor Pleakley, I think that's his name. The little green alien. Like he was kind of like the same thing as the original one. They were technically they were bad, but then ended up turning good at the end. And he was technically bad but good at the end in this one as well. But it was Jumbo who was basically the bad guy the entire time. That's what was different. And other stuff, this other stuff's not really necessary. Like the pink car sequence. Um, like in the original one, there was like the scene where Stitch like steals that little girl's bike. In this one, it's actually a pink car that he takes. Um, and the social worker, the social worker is actually played by a woman. It's played by Tia Carrere. I think that's her. That's how you say her name. Of course, I know her from like the Wayne's World movies. Um, she's played by a woman. The Bubbles character, Cobra Bubbles, he's in it. But of course, you find out like towards the end in the cartoon version, the you find out because originally it was revealed that he was actually the social worker in the original one, but then you find out at the end he was like investigating aliens. He was with CIA. But in this one, he's actually you already know he's in CIA the entire time. So that plot was different. Um, so what else was there? Um, so technically there was like the thing that was different was wasn't it wasn't a truck that ran Stitch over in this one. It was actually a bus. Um, also, what was also different was so in the cartoon version, um, Lilo actually buys Stitch. They his her sister goes to the to to the dog clinic and she's gonna buy a dog and she ends up buying Stitch in that one. In this one, no, she often goes there for a visit, and she comes across Stitch, and basically she just takes Stitch for free. It's basically her neighbor. I think there's like some kind of swap meet going on, and the neighbor took Lilo, and she wants to go to the pet clinic. That was different. And what else was there? And the kidnapping scene, or wasn't really, but basically, that's pretty much it. Yeah, there was a couple things different. Oh, the one thing that was the one I didn't like exactly, which I really wish they hadn't had done that. There was like a sequence because when it was Jumba and Pleakley, it was them like when they go to Earth, they're trying to find Stitch. Like you barely see the way they looked like as like aliens. You like they basically well, it was kind of strange too. Basically, like if they touch people's arms, they can like morph into other people, like clone themselves into other people. Because like they turned themselves into like these these vacationers. And technically they're these vacationers the entire time, which I kind of which that part was all right. I wasn't really a huge fan when they did that. It was kind of cooler, like when they were like dressed up as women, like in the original one, they were dressed up as women in the original one. I liked that. Um, I think that was pretty much all the differences I could remember that I can notice. I have actually have it written on here, so I could just remember. Um, yeah, that was the one thing that kind of a little bit, in a sort of way, kind of bothered me. Um, I don't think the movie's bad. It's just okay. I mean, I still like it enough to actually get it on, Blu-ray whenever that comes out. On a scale on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give this one probably a 7. It's definitely not bad though. It's kind of weird, seeing like it's kind of like an alternate version of the cartoon. Well, it is actually, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird seeing like the differences and everything sometimes. Like like the Jumba character was different. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. But let me know what you guys think about this movie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.